Okay. I'm going to say something. Is this working? Oh, this is a Zoom recorder. This is so cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
The last two digits in your Wi-Fi password is CB. That's exactly how I'm gonna start the podcast with. I hope you're gonna hold the mic in place because according to you, this mic is heavy.
Yeah.
It's like 1 kg. It's not that heavy.
You try holding like 1 kilo in your hand for like an extended period of time.
That's what I do every day in the
Oh,
gym.
is that what your arms like?
I mean,
I think they're bigger than like my head.
I think I'm at podcast number 14. You're number 14.
I'm number 14. Could have been number 13. Damn it.
Yeah. Is there number 13? Is there a significance?
Yeah, cause so my name, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Lim in my name is actually my mom's surname, so it's a Filipino custom to put the mom's surname as the child's second name. So, for example, my dad's name is Benjamin Robles Morata, and the Robles is my grandmother's surname. If you just take my first name and my last name, Beverly Morata, what happens is it's 13 letters.
Oh.
So cool. I like that.
I was telling you that, your name is Beverly Lim Morata. So it's English, Chinese, and so what's Morata?
Okay, so originally my dad's surname is Murata.
Okay.
So
like the car brand? The car Murata?
Like Murata Electronics, but
Murata
no affiliation
okay,
whatsoever.
So you're not like a daughter of a tycoon.
No, come on, like seriously, dude.
Hey, this place is it looks expensive. Like
I work hard for my money.
Okay, fine. Fine. Okay.
Yes,
but okay.
Yeah, I pay exorbitant rent
Mm-hmm.
so I can live my daily life like a pauper.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Pay
it's
high
like,
rent, then walk everywhere, take bus, train, all that.
But it's a very sweet place though.
It is. I keep my sanity in this place.
Okay, so Morata, you're getting to what the origin?
So dad. On that side, my grandfather, my lolo, is Filipino Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
So the surname used to be Murata instead of Mo. But because after the whole entire Japanese occupation thing,
Okay.
after that, my grandfather was like, okay, let's just not be too Japanese. Let's change it to Mo.
Okay, so you're mixed Japanese.
So dad's side, there's Filipino Japanese. On my and then my grandmother is Filipino Spanish.
Not only like you're a rojak, but you're like
So that's so my parents are Rojak. Because mom's side, my great grandmother is Cantonese Peranakan from Surabaya.
Okay.
Who married a Chinaman from China.
Okay.
And then my grandmother, their daughter, married we don't know who from Jakarta.
But you're born in Singapore.
My mom was born in Singapore. My brother and I.
I was about to say that not only you're a rojak, but you're a rojak with foreign ingredients. Like you're not even there's no Malay, Chinese, Indian.
Somewhere along the lines,
yeah, you're a rojak, but like with foreign ingredients.
I basically like tell people like, hey, yes, I'm mixed, but I'm a product of 3 generations of mixes.
You said about your last name, the U and the O. I have a Muhammad in my name, so my name is Muhammad Fariqqin.
Okay.
But the Muhammad in my name is spelled M-O. So usually Muhammad is like it's like a tribute to the prophet.
Right.
So but the prophet's spelling is M-U-H-A-M-M-A-D. But I don't know why there are different variations with different Muslim boys. People who have Muhammad, but most of them are spelled differently. I just feel like my case, perhaps like the typo error or something during the birth cert. So I don't know. Maybe that's why.
I'm pretty sure there's no typo error because like some of them have like 1 M's in the middle or just 2 M's.
Write it based on pronunciation. So Muhammad. So then they just write it down.
And then like the mad part that some like Mohammed sounds like Mohammed. So it's like A-D-E-D and it's like wow.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Segue to Japanese. You spoke a bit of Japanese. Is it legit? It feels like you learned it from like anime or
most of it.
What?
But
okay.
Before the anime started, it was actually this TV series called Asunaro Hakusho, which is I Think by Pishu, which starred Kimura Takuya.
No idea. No idea what that is, but I only know the mainstream Naruto One Piece.
I was watching Naruto when I was pregnant. I was also watching Bleach when these two were I finished the entire series for Bleach when I was pregnant. I don't know.
Beverly Lim Morata. You are good friends with Maia Lee, right? And that's how I actually got to know you. Honestly, don't take this the wrong way, but I don't remember you from Singapore either.
It's okay. A lot of people don't. I have people coming up to me like, hey, haven't you thought about doing like Idol or something? I'm like,
I was in Idol.
I was. I think I am Singapore's best kept secret. The very first week of the top 12 rounds, both Jessie K. Theodore and myself got bye-bye.
Okay.
Funny thing is, a mutual friend that Maia and I have, he said he was trying to find anything on me. Couldn't find a single thing.
On the net?
Yep, couldn't. But oddly enough, my ex-fiance said, like, you're a celebrity. I'm like, dude, my bank account totally disagrees with you, but go ahead and tell me why. And then he says, because you're on IMDb. Your name is in IMDb. I'm like, dude, yeah, you know what? It's just the name. They don't have a picture or anything.
Yeah, why? Why is that?
I have no idea.
You didn't come for the photo shoot. Like IMDb wanted to do the page for you.
There's nothing there. He sent me a screenshot. I'm like, dude, seriously? No. Like, it's okay.
It's okay.
No. It's not my time yet.
Why do you sign up for the audition in the first place?
Why else does anybody sign up for Idol? What else do they want to do to be an idol?
Point taken.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine anyone else saying, like, passing by, like, oh, long line. Oh, I wonder what they're queuing up for.
I got a funny story about long lines. Usually, I like to buy NTUC chicken, like the whole chicken where honey roasted chicken, whatever.
Oh, the cooked
yeah, the ones in NTUC. And then I was queuing in the line because it takes a while for it to be done.
Okay.
As the guy in front of me approaches, when it was his turn to get the chicken, he asked, "Oh, sorry, what are we queuing for?" like he literally like queued for half an hour and he didn't even know what he was queuing for. It's very weird. Yeah, so it's like apparently you're right lah. I mean, if people see lines, sometimes probably they just join because
I'm quite sure this is only a Singaporean affliction.
Yeah.
I don't think it happens anywhere else. But, yeah. So because we were told of what to expect with the overseas Pop Idol, American Idol, like there's long lines and everything, so there were people who were camping overnight, and if I'm not wrong, I remembered it being very rainy. I decided to just show up for the line at 7 a.m. in the morning. It literally took most of the day, almost 12 hours worth, but some people were already there like from the night before, and I salute them. They sat in the rain and all that. Dedication is great.
Okay.
But I decided, like, no, I think I'll be sensible and get some sleep. No choice. No, I mean, no point showing up and then looking like crap and sounding even worse or catching a cold, So I thought I would be sensible about it. And yeah, it seemed to work out.
It's not like iPhone X, right, where people queue up like three days before.
No, it's not like iPhone X. It's not like National Day Parade tickets.
It was still back then not that crazy.
It wasn't, but I don't know about the second and the third. I didn't bother.
Didn't bother.
No, like, I mean, once, like, would you go to college again?
No.
Exactly,
Yeah.
same
thing.
To me, this was like my experience for college.
All yes for the judges or what? I'm pretty sure because you have a great voice. Sorry,
I don't remember. No, I think there's a long-standing dislike between Ken and I.
Ken Lim?
Yeah.
Do you want to put this on record or it's fine?
It's fine. I mean, like, I think
why?
it's just for TV.
Okay.
I don't think he has any grudges against me per se.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing. That's the one thing I learned about being in Singapore Idol is that regardless of what you are as a person and how you really are, TV can distort that reality. Just by cutting a snippet, you become either the hero or the villain.
They take things out of context.
Yeah, and it's very easy to. One adjective or one verb or one noun and done. You're done for. That is the thing I learned and took away with me. The media isn't exactly very upfront. It isn't honest at all. Yeah, so you learn.
Was there anything that you did that rubbed him the wrong way or something?
No.
Or is this a sensitive girl thing where this guy don't like me, but it's just
No. I think it's more of a at that point in time, I really wasn't polished yet at all. Come to think of it, not at all. In fact, I mean, voice-wise, fine, but
technique.
No, not even that.
X
but
Factor.
rather the
X Factor, whatever that is.
Okay, people throw those words around
your X
so
Factor.
easily.
You need more X Factor.
That pisses me off. It really does. It's like, No, okay, it's a whole package deal. And the thing is, I understand that he was looking for something specific.
Okay.
All right.
But he felt that you didn't have it, whatever he was looking for.
I agree with him. I don't have what he wants. First and foremost, I don't look Mandarin.
Look what?
I don't look Chinese.
Okay.
So in the market that he's trying to target, I would not fit. Not at that time.
Okay.
Now though, I am a novelty. I would probably be a huge novelty because I don't look Asian, but I am totally Asian and I can speak Mandarin to put some of my Chinese friends to shame.
Speak some Mandarin.
你要我说什么呀?
Okay, perfect.
I speak, read, and write Chinese as well.
You're a linguist. You can speak.
I am a cunning linguist.
Cunning linguist.
I know it's a lame and overused joke. Just like, I'm a big fan of mastication. Mastication.
Okay, well,
you do that every time you sit down to eat. Mastication is the term for chewing.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yes, but it
pardon my innocence.
Your innocence.
Okay. All right. Somewhere along the line in Idol, you develop a beautiful friendship with Maia Lee.
Yes, it was actually, it started
both
off
of your
by
craziness.
the three of us, Sly, her, and myself, being the wildcards, last minute surprise wildcards. There were a lot of rumors about what was happening with the judging and the. I don't really want to say who said what and what's real and what's not, because I don't have the facts, and so therefore it's not my place to say anything. They're just rumors, as far as I know. But we got really close together, the three of us. But more so Maya and myself. I used to wonder, like, why do you want to hang out with me? Like, why don't you want to hang out with the rest of them? They're the popular ones. And then she's like, you're real. Look, you know what? In any given setting, as long as there are cliques,
do not click.
Yeah, they will click. And there will be segregation. There's always a whole idea of like, I'm better than you, or I am prettier than you, I am cooler than you, I'm nicer than you, I'm prettier than you.
How much do you think looks play a part in decision of the idol overall? I mean, of course, voice is like the main thing, but what about package wise? Okay,
the whole point where I stand about the visual impact, not just in a contest, but in entertainment as
a whole.
Through my 17-year journey of being in this industry professionally, I feel that I have what it takes to actually say this. Yes, the visual impact is the most important thing. Package. You can get by with a mediocre voice. You don't even have to have a nice voice. A mediocre voice that has issues with pitching, breathing, and you can still work that out in a studio. As long as you have amazing writers to cover all those tracks, great. But one thing you cannot package, the visuals. So how far are you willing to go to be able to sell? Like, and that's what
plastic surgery and
that's why it's rampant in Korea.
Okay.
They're one of the best because that's how they sell. It's that mindset, that branding, that imaging. My question is, can our future change that? I'm seeing more and more gorgeous looking kids in this world from all over the world. And, some are pure of a certain race and some are mixed. But they're all gorgeous looking kids. And I'm wondering that, okay, and a lot of them have great personalities. What makes us think that they cannot change all this into a reality instead of getting fake stuff happening?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So were you gutted when you X'd from the competition?
Okay, when I lost, I was actually very ill. Leandra, Taufik, and myself, we were all down with a really bad flu. So high fever. The chest was clogged, nasal passages, and one thing that I have to say about Mediacorp Studios is that the studios in Mediacorp are freezing cold. I don't know if they're, operating like butchers in the middle of the night. It's a cover operation. I don't know, but it's freezing. And when you're ill, you just want to have somewhere you can lie down and rest. There were only 2 sofas in the resting lounge behind the stage. I barely had 5 minutes to rest, and then I had to get called up for like a mug shot or whatever. Came back like, shit, they've all taken a space. And because we were all there since like 7 o'clock in the morning, blah, 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 blah. By the time you go on stage, it's already, you're exhausted. You're mentally, physically exhausted. So to be able to do this, I feel that the so-called training behind the scenes was not enough. There was not enough preparation. I think I was too much in a haze to even really... All I really want is like, I want to go home and sleep.
Okay, you're more concerned about your flu than your ex.
You're in a fever haze. You're burning up. You can barely breathe.
Okay, it
Never
was a very
mind
bad.
sing and think.
Okay,
It was like, you know how you get so hot that your eyeballs feel like they're gonna melt. That was basically one of those.
Okay. But after that, did it like hit you? Oh shit, I'm out of the idol. No, you're fine. You're fine with it.
I'm like, cool. It's alright. It's a journey in life. Yeah, they'll tell you like, oh, this is the is all and end all. You got to play it like it is. Of course, they're going to tell you that. But I don't know. Something inside said, this isn't really for me. Somewhere along the lines, since I'm already in it, I better go and do my best to my abilities at that point. But I felt that it's never the end until I'm 6 feet under.
Okay.
And I felt that I don't want to be a puppet on someone's strings, being manipulated to do this, say that, sing this, sing that. I don't want to do that.
Okay, fair enough. You like your creative control.
Yeah.
Paul Hill did mention that idol has a trickling effect on you, where there's a certain amount of fame that comes with it, and then
Really?
more opportunities. I know that's what
guess I
Paul
never used it.
never used it.
No, I didn't. I
You didn't cash in on it.
No, I feel that I don't want to. I want to be known for me as a brand myself, not
part of Idol.
under the mantle of Singapore Idol.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So you have one daughter. Is this post Idol or before Idol?
Post
Idol.
Yeah, I was. I had her in 2008. I was 29 when I gave birth.
Okay.
Yeah. So Maya actually gave birth at the same year.
The same. Oh yeah, you guys were both pregnant at the same time.
Yeah.
She did say because Yuka and your daughter is about the same age, right?
We're the same. Yeah, they're the same age. I love Maya so much. She's another one of my sisters that I've had to build. My parents gave me only one brother, so I've had to go and find my own sisters.
Okay.
So why we got so close is we have the same view about the entertainment industry and how performers should be, what we consider professional. I greatly support what she's doing with Kaka's career, and she has sacrificed so much, especially her own career, just to bring up Kaka's career.
Okay. Kaka is Yuka for people who don't know.
Oh yeah.
She's Maya's daughter, who's doing very well with her TV series and all.
Yeah.
Yep.
And for those who don't know Kaka, she's been doing this since she was like old enough to sit up.
Yeah.
And it's not that Maya forced her to do it. Kaka loves the limelight.
She's got it.
She loves it. She loves it, and it loves her right back.
Yeah.
And I am all for her.
Yeah. She's a very sweet girl.
Yeah. Well. Pain in the.
A bit naughty here sometimes,
but she's a typical kid. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Working with her in the studio for that little tongue-in-cheek Santa baby video, right? It was very fun because yes, she was her attention was all over the place. She's a very excitable kid, but still not impossible to get her to do what is needed. So by the end of the session, she nailed it, and it was great. Very talented kid. And hopefully sometime this year, she and my daughter will do something together.
That's nice. Do you push your daughter to...
No, I don't.
To do the same thing though? Why not?
No. I leave her to decide what she wants to do.
And what does she want to do as of now?
She has no real idea, but she's tried. She can definitely sing. She's very good at
She got it from you.
She can rap too.
She can rap too.
I'm pretty proud of her rapping.
Okay. What's her name again, your daughter?
Joaquina. Yeah, so it's the
Morata.
same spelling as Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay.
So Joaquin, except there's an A at the end. My gorgeous little girl.
Okay. A mutual friend of ours, Ao Cheng.
Ao Cheng.
Yeah, he posted something about why do people hate their voice when they listen back to it through the record?
Now I remember. So the question that he posted was whether do singers ever get sick of their own voices? To which I replied to him that, oh yeah, especially if you're working 7 days a week. I do get sick of hearing my voice, which is why I like to be at home alone with no one, not saying a single word, just doing my tapestry and whatnot. Because we're mutual friends on Facebook, and then like it pops up like, oh, you reply. I'm like, oh hey, you know Ao Cheng as well. So I saw what you read. I'm like, what you wrote, and I'm like, okay. So the teacher in me decides to swoop in and go, oh my god, I need to answer this. This will be so helpful for everybody. And so I answered the same way that I do when I conduct my classes. So what it is that we don't realize that when we're talking, what we hear is not just the external sound outside, which is what other people hear us. That's how we sound to them. When we record ourselves and playback, that is as close to what other people hear of our voices. The reason why we sound so different from what we hear on recordings is because there is still the sound of our voice reverberating in the orbital cavities.
Okay.
So we hear that, which is on the inside, as well as the voice outside. Yeah.
Okay. Any ghost stories in Mediacorp? I like to ask Singapore Idol people this.
Did you have any?
I don't know. My dad works there, so he did say it's a very. I mean, this is back at Caldecott, not the new one at Buena Vista.
Okay, that would be just this one experience. For those of you that were around during the very first Singapore Idol and would have seen one of the ads where like we did the whole black and white thing where we morphed from one person to the next. Mm-hmm. So when we were doing that shoot, we were also doing a few other stylized shoots with this stylist called Trey Wong. So there was another photographer who was also doing part-time in the radio building. And we had to go and get something done there. It was late. It was somewhere between 9 to 11.
Where ghosts roam free.
I don't know if they do or
not.
Happy
hour. Ghost happy hour.
But there was definitely nobody in the office. Okay. For sure. All right. So it was just me, the photographer, in the office because we popped over to get something. No one else around, I swear. And it was silent. And I was saying something. He was saying something. Suddenly, I could hear someone singing Teochew opera.
Okay.
And I'm like, hey, who's that? So I was like, oh, hey, who's that? Got opera artist, is it? And he's like, I'll tell you when we go back. And I was like, I looked, I darted my eyes and I turned and looked at him and he was like, shh, let's just go. I'm like, okay, dude. Okay, so we're going. We go back there, we get into the studio. I'm like, faster, tell me what is going on. And then he said, yeah, sometimes it happens. I'm like, sometimes what happens? Oh, you hear this and there's absolutely nobody there. Nobody up, down, inside, and out. I'm like, what about if it's in the radio studios from downstairs? It's like, girl, think about it. From the studios. I'm like, oh yeah, doors are closed. Okay. And it sounds like it's in the level itself, in the office itself. So, yeah, Okay. But you kind of tend to get used to ignoring and everything will be fine.
But you didn't actually see anything physical?
No.
Okay, let's get back a bit into music. At what age did you start singing?
My first time on stage, I was 3.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, Dad was a musician, so.
Okay.
Ta-da!
So prior to that, you were already singing. Did you have had any albums before that or whatever? Not
albums, but I've done a couple of soundtracks, local soundtracks. So the first one was Forever Fever.
Okay.
Glenn Gui's movie. So it was all through John Klass. So he said that, I remember he got interviewed and he mentioned that he remembers we did this whole 4 Women in 4 Weeks to find the morning show co-host for him. Because that was back when I was like 18, 19. Such a long time ago. Anyways, cut the long story short. Through 4 Women in 4 Weeks, I was one of the 4 women. In that 1 week, he found out I like to sing. I write poetry. I write my own lyrics and songs as well. And he's like, wow, this girl likes to sing. And then when he So he asked me to sing a bit for him, and he's like, wow, this girl can sing. He was like, okay, I have a couple of projects, like, you want to, get roped in? And I was like, yes. So first started off, I did some session work on the track that he was on for Rock the Boat, because it was a very 70s based kind of movie with the whole John Travolta thing happening. And then the last song I got featured together with Pamela Wee and Ellen Bell Francis, and we called ourselves Pabby Love. That was the main song for Forever Fever that I was a part of. A little bit later that year, I think, John was asked to write and produce the soundtrack for Teenage Textbook.
Okay.
Starring Randall Tan and Melody Chen.
Okay.
So he roped me in to do one song that he wrote specifically for me to sing. And I remember being sick at the time of recording, and then I was recovering from the flu again. And it's quite cool that, after all these years, it still sounds so good. Having had that in, my little belt of accomplishments. So, but my own personal album, this is the year that's going to see it happening. Okay. I have finally found the people that I do want to work with.
Okay.
We are in the process of finding nice platforms to actually play at and to improve on being tighter as a group. So that's coming very soon in February.
It's very soon. That's next month.
Yeah, I mean, just the platforms for us to perform, but the originals that we're gonna fine tune it.
Okay.
So hopefully by my birthday,
which is
November.
Oh, okay. It's like end of the year.
Yes, I know, right? How awesome is that?
Right now, what have you been up to? You've been doing a bit of gigs or producing songs here and there.
Just gigging a lot. I teach.
Gigging a lot.
A lot of gigging. Whether it's singing, it's hosting, it's acting. I've been doing TVCs. I've been doing voice acting a lot.
Okay.
Jingles, voiceovers. I've also been teaching vocal technique. So that's been taking up my time. I've been refining my syllabus as well, because I don't condone the traditional idea of, okay, come into class and it's like, okay, just follow me, sing these lines, sing these scales. No. To me, if I'm going to teach you how to sing, I'm first going to introduce you to your instrument, what it looks like, how to play it, and then get you used to the terms that I'm going to use when I'm telling you that I hear that you're not doing this correctly. For example, like your vocal folds, there are the thin folds and the fat folds, things like that. I also show my students like charts and actual images of the respiratory tract, upper and lower. But I tell them, okay, these are the important parts that you need to remember.
You're giving them like science lessons instead of like music lessons.
Okay, say for example, if you really wanted to be an expert at driving a car, you would need to have a better understanding of how your car works, so that
all the components.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can take advantage of that knowledge to go faster, right?
Makes sense. Yeah.
Or if you need to do sharp turns at a particular speed or the velocity, you need to know, how these things work. Same thing. It's the same thing. If you want to be an expert in voice, you need to know exactly what you're doing with your body to create that sound. So yeah, that's why a lot of my students don't have enough of the passion to continue on. Yeah, because I'm quite I'm a perfectionist, I would say, and I push them to practice that way.
Okay. So we already know that we have future projects coming up, which is the James Bond thing.
Yes.
Which is where can people look up?
You can find the information on the
Facebook.
Well, there's Facebook. There's also the webpage. So it's called the 007 in Concert.
Okay.
And it's a UK production. And we basically feature all the songs, all the greatest hits from all of the James Bond soundtracks.
Okay.
So all the movies, particular songs.
And you're going to be singing it.
John Klass and I are being featured as the local featured artists. So we'll be doing a song each. And we're also understudying for the lead part. So in case, touch wood, in case anything happens to them, we can still cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And finally, just want to touch on what does it take for someone at this day and age to succeed in the entertainment industry or music industry?
That depends, I feel, on which market you're looking at. If you're looking at just Singapore alone, it's a tough fight because first and foremost, you need to recognize what is the selling point of those who are, so to speak, in power right now. So what's their marketability? Don't forget, at the end of the day, this is still a business. So understand your product. Who are you as a product? Is this the market that's right for you? And it's okay to say, no, this isn't. I think I would do better in somewhere else. I think the most important thing that anyone at any stage and time and period should remember is that if you're trying to go into a business like this, never be afraid to come out of what seems like a safe place. Those that dare may fail or they may succeed, but those that don't even try have failed already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
So
that's very good advice. Okay.
I could say a lot more about motherhood too.
Motherhood.
Yeah.
How is it raising a daughter as a single mom?
Well, I did it by choice. I was 4 months pregnant when actually before I confirmed the pregnancy, I wanted to end the relationship because I could see like, okay, you know what? If I actually do marry this guy, it's going to end up in a divorce. So let's just cut our losses now. And then, whoops, confirm the pregnancy. I was like, okay, I'll give him a chance. See if he mans up, which he was okay. Still a child at 30 in his own mind. But it was his family that was very difficult to be around. And I was like, you know what? I want a happy, healthy pregnancy, and I don't need another man around to be a second child.
You don't need to raise 2 kids.
Exactly. Not at the same time. You know, one that is helpless, I can help. I can handle. But one that's completely capable of looking after himself, I still have to look after you. I'm sorry. No, I am not going to. I'm fully capable of looking after this kid myself. One thing that I always tell everyone that asks me, you know, it must be so hard being a single mom, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no. First and foremost, it's just hard as it is being a parent. Whether single or not, raising a kid is difficult. Even if you have a partner, you're still parenting yourself. Because your relationship with a kid will never be the same relationship with the kid as it is with your partner, you know, between your partner and your kid. So that's one end of it. On the other side of it, I also tell them that, yes, I have to say I'm very blessed to have a supportive family. So the support system is very important when you have a decision to be a single parent. Knowing what you're doing and getting yourself into, that's very important. Because if you're just going guns blazing, and you're like, more often than not, if you see like,
I like the sound effect.
You see the characters, you know, in those like action flicks, right? Those going guns blazing, right? They're usually the first to die. So know what you're getting yourself into. Do all the homework. Most important of all, do not operate on fear. Be brave about your decision. Be proud of your decision. Never let anyone make you feel small because you're a single mom, you're an unwed mother. No. You are amazing. Bless your soul for making that decision to bring up a human being, to give life, that for taking responsibility for the actions you've taken. And I admire the dads that have done that too. There are certain women out there who are just crazy and don't want the kids. So like, nah, it's yours. Okay? I say salute to you guys. You know, you guys were daddies. The real meaning of daddies, not just, it's difficult, very difficult to be a father. So yeah, salute to you all.
We end on a very, very good note. I think a lot of people who are in the same boat as you can find this very, very relatable, and hopefully they can
find strength. Yes.
So okay, thank you for being a part of the podcast.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Beverly Lim. Bye.
Bye.